Today we're diving into how you can run large language models, or LLMs, otherwise known as AI, completely free on your local machine using some cool new tools. So no monthly subscription, no data privacy headaches, just you, your machine, and incredible power of AI. Ready to break free from cloud services like OpenAI and keep your data where it belongs? Stick around because we're going to unpack this step by step today, and this is a great way to learn about AI. So let's dive in. Welcome to StartupHakk. I'm Spencer Thomason, and here at StartupHakk, we train software developers in our licensed coding bootcamp and build custom software solutions for companies. With a decade of executive leadership and as a fractional CTO and 25 years in software development, I've mastered transforming technology teams and products. All right, let's talk about why you'd want to run an LLM locally. Think about it. Every time you send a prompt to a cloud-based AI, that data lives in someone else's server. Sure, OpenAI's terms sound nice, but do you really trust them? I don't. But can you really be certain that your data isn't getting mined or analyzed, which I promise it is? So lots of great tools are out that lets you keep your prompts and your responses entirely on your machine. No prying eyes, no shared servers, just local privacy. And the best part that these tools offer OpenAI style features like adjustable CPU threads, temperature tuning, context length, and even GPU configurations, all without a single subscription fee. Now, I know what you're thinking. Can this actually replace an OpenAI? Now, stick with me because we're going to cover a little bit of that too. Now, running local LLMs locally ensures that you have total control over your data. Every word, every prompt, every response you receive stays confined within your machine. So with these great tools that we're going to go over today, and in the series that we're working on, you'll never have to worry about a chat history lurking in the cloud. That's especially crucial for companies or developers working on sensitive projects like healthcare, legal, or finance. Think of it this way. Every interaction with a cloud-based LLM is like yelling your deepest thoughts into a crowded room. Running locally, that's whispering into your own journal. So advanced customizations are another huge benefit. Cloud-based LLMs might be convenient, but they don't hand you the keys to the car. With local tools, you have full control over settings like CPU threads, GPU acceleration, temperature, and a lot of other things. So want a model that's more precise or creative? Dial in the parameters to match your needs. This isn't just for AI enthusiasts, it's a dream for developers. Think of it as a playground for experimenting, tweaking, and pushing AI to its limits without the constraint of pay-per-prompt systems. Now, if you're tired of subscription fatigue, like local LLMs, running these tools are going to be a breath of fresh air. Most AI cloud services charge per API request or require hefty monthly fees. But these tools are free forever. It's the only cost is the hardware you already own. So imagine building and deploying AI applications without racking up API costs. This is only limited to your imagination and maybe your processor's thermal limits. Now, true offline support is another game changer. Have you ever been mid-project and lost connection to your cloud-based AI? Running LLMs locally means that no more dropped sessions, no more try it again later. Whether you're on a plane, in a remote location, or just avoiding spotty Wi-Fi, local tools keep working off, and offline access might seem like a niche feature, but for developers working in a mission-critical environment, it's an absolute game changer. Now, if your company has systems that aren't connected, let us help you out. Here at StartupHakk, our specialty is connecting systems to help your company work like a well-oiled machine. So check out startuphakk.com/Spencer. We can help you out. Now, for industries where security is paramount, running local LLMs means no accidental data leaks or breaches. Local tools ensure that sensitive information never leaves your machine, giving you peace of mind. Security is not just a checkbox, it's a foundation of trust in any workflow. So whether you're a developer or a business owner, local tools offers unmatched confidence in protecting your data. So running models locally means you can also develop against these. Not only are you learning a lot about them, but you can develop against them without any latency and having full control and being able to run things into debug. This is a great way to be able to learn and to be able to develop against them. Now, I want to introduce you to one of these tools today. This is going to be a hands-on one, so I hope you'll download and follow with me. So I'm going to be pausing this throughout while I get things ready, but I wanted to just be able to make sure that you had the opportunity to follow along with me on these. Now, this week, we're going to be highlighting a lot of different tools that you can use in running these locally. And this week, we're going to talk about LM Studio. Now, I'm not getting paid for this at all. I'm just a huge advocate of learning about models. And one of the things I like right off the bat here is these guys are totally agnostic. Llama 2, Mistral, Phi 3, Gemma 2, DeepSeek, Quent, like all and plus more. There's tons more. Definitely go and download this. Like, it's these huge opportunities, right? Because it doesn't matter whether you're running Mac, Windows, Linux. They offer it for everybody, which is fantastic. Again, some of these things that I've talked about, run LLMs on your laptop entirely offline. Check with your local documents. This is pretty fancy, right? You're gonna actually be able to chat with just some documents on your computer. So this gets super cool when we start thinking about some developer use cases for this, right? Use models through an app through the in-app chat UI or OpenAI compatible local server, right? So you can actually do some local server, download any compatible model files from Hugging Faces. So any Hugging Face model you could pull down and run off of this. Super cool. So if you just want to play with the latest and greatest, this is a great, easy way to do it. Discover new and noteworthy LLMs right inside the app's discovery page. So definitely really cool. I'm going to download it here, and I've actually already downloaded it, but I'm going to step through and install it and show you how to run it, because this is fantastic. So if you're looking to just start LLM, you can be running your own AI locally in minutes. Let's get this going. So the first thing you want to do is, depending on which platform you are on, you're going to select that. I'm on Windows, obviously, here. So I download Windows, and I'm going to run that installer now. So the installer even comes up looking pretty cool, right? You already know this is going to be a cool project just because the installer looks pretty cool. So I'm definitely a nerd if you can't tell. All right, then you're greeted with this, and you can say, go get your first LLM. You can skip the onboarding. I'm going to do neither of those. I'm going to say, go get my first LLM. So I think 3.2 is actually a great, the 1 billion inputs is one of the best ones if you just want to start playing with this. So I'm going to hit this download button, and then we're going to speed it up a little bit, because any download of 1 gigabyte is going to take just a half a minute, right? So download speeds are pretty zippy. My big fat head's in the way, so you can't really see it very well. But we're already at like 10% download. So the download speeds for these are really fast because they're coming straight from Hugging Faces, which is crazy fast bandwidth. Okay, so now that's downloaded, and I'm going to go ahead and hit start new chat. Okay. So what you're going to see here is you're going to see that you're going to be greeted with a screen where we can start to chat. You want to select your model. If I try to do it without selecting the model, it's going to tell me that it doesn't know. So I'm going to click this and select that. Now we can change the the context length, GPU offload. You can tweak all kinds of settings here, right? And so some of these, my head's in the way, so I'm going to actually get my head out of the way for a minute here. Let's see here. All right, so now my head's out of the way. So you can see that we could do all this, and then we say, go ahead. And I'm just going to leave the defaults for right now, just because we're going crazy simple today. And voila. And then we say, oops, why is the sky blue? Okay. Let's see what happens. Here's what happens. So you can see that it's telling me the answer. Pretty freaking crazy how fast that was, right? Now, this isn't a terribly fast computer. In fact, I think it only has like a 4 gigs graphics card. And I mean, it's a simple gaming machine, because this is my streaming machine, but it's not terrible. So why should everyone learn to code? So you can see that it's really nice and zippy. Now, there's a ton of other cool features that you can use with this, and I would definitely say, you can get in here and you can copy it. You can continue an assistant message, branch chat after this message. Tons and tons and tons of features. You can open up different chats. You can get into the developer prompts, which this is where it allows you to get in and start to tweak different parts of the model. And so there's a ton to learn here. You can actually get in and say, hey, look, these are the different models that we have downloaded. So if you download more than one model on this machine, on my other machine, I have a lot of other models that I play with. On this one, I keep this, my streaming machine pristine. But in these developer tools, there's a lot of really cool things that you can do here. And so as you get into this, you can actually start to tweak different parts of the model. You can actually run a local server where you can actually start to access against this. This is pretty amazing, because with this tool, then you can actually start to query into models and run code against these models without having to set anything up. I literally did everything on this video that you need to get started, and then you can start to run this locally and run your own API usage against this model. Super, super cool way to dive in and get AI on a budget, right? Standing up an AI server, it costs just an exorbitant amount of money if you're trying to just get a really state-of-the-art server. And so you can see then just a few short minutes, I was able to stand up a model, Download, try different ones. You can go to Hugging Faces, download any other model out there, download it to here. As you get into the bigger models, just remember one of the big rules of thumb is when you look at the number of parameters. So if it says 1 billion or 3 billion or 7 billion parameters, you want to take how much graphics card processing you have, and usually a 1.2 rule. So if you're going to do a 7 billion model, an 8 gig graphics card is going to struggle a bit. It's going to chew on it a little bit, but it will work, but it'll struggle. Whereas a 4 gig model will run seamlessly, but a 12 gig model may not even run on it, right? And so you really want to be, 12 billion model won't even run against it. So when you see some of these that are like 405 billion input, like the larger Llama models, you've got to have some crazy serious hardware, millions of dollars worth of hardware to be able to run these. That's the reason why I'm a huge fan of some of these smaller models. I really like these smaller LLMs that provide us a great way to get in and to learn and to develop and to use against them without having to spend a ton and break the bank. So LM's off. So like going into some other parts. So LM Studio isn't just a tool; it's a customizable platform, and it's created to tailor to your workflow, integrate into your existing tech stack, and even tweak models. For companies that are using cloud-based LMs, costs can escalate really quickly. If you're integrating LM Studio into your workflow sounds complex, let us help you out. Because here at StartupHakk, we love to integrate systems into your workflows. So if you're interested in having AI integrated into your workflows, hit us up here at startuphakk.com/Spencer and we can make it happen. Now, is there a poor connection? No problem. LM Studios is going to run on your own network, right? The LM Studio community is growing really fast, but this is one of the great examples of a way you can run AI simply on one of your own things. Now, running LLMs locally might sound small scale, but with tools like LM Studio and other tools that I'm going to highlight in other videos this week, so make sure you like and subscribe because I'm going to bring you even more of these cool tools. You can scale models and performance just like cloud services without the monthly fee. Scalability isn't a buzzword. It's the key to taking the project from idea to reality. With some of these local tools, the sky's the limit and you can control it. Now, what are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I love to have a great conversation. So make sure you leave a comment down below and make sure to like and subscribe. Here at StartupHakk, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps, as well as to build custom software solutions for companies. Reach out because we'd love to help. Hit the links down below or check out startuphakk.com/Spencer today, and we'll catch you guys next time. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel because we bring you lots of great tutorials and tips that every developer should know. See you next time.